Alright, back out here in the garage. Working on this little Generac GP5500. You see I've got my temporary gas tank on there. Salvaged off an old lawnmower of some kind. Comes in handy when you've got tanks like that thing that are just full of rust. Plan is that pile of chain is going in there along with the bolts that are already in there. Little gas can head over there's got some cheap 87 octane pour in there, and we'll swish it around real good. But the big thing I done, I don't know if you can see this or not, carburetor's dripping, and let's see if it'll cooperate. Probably not because I want it to. Hold on, let me switch it. Take a look at that. It's actually going to idle halfway decent now. When I first got it, the carburetor was nasty because, well, obviously the gas tank was nasty, everything was nasty. That's not wasting more of that gas than I have to. Let's do this. There. I disconnect the fuel line. Come on. This won't aim the camera stuff. Oh, no. Let's go this way with it. There, now she's not leaking. Save that gas, because that's the good 90 octane stuff. Anyway, since the carburetor was leaking, really couldn't find, let's zoom out, really couldn't find a carburetor kit for it, but $25 after shipping off Amazon. There's the air cleaner foam, kind of nasty. Brand new air cleaner foam. Brand new carburetor, fuel lines, fuel filter, spark plug, ignition switch, choke handle. $25. I don't think you can buy a kit to rebuild the old carburetor for that. I'm surprised because after I cleaned, the first time I cleaned it out, it wouldn't run at all. Cleaned it out second time, and it ran, but it surged real bad. I know why it's leaking on the bottom. There's a little gasket that goes around the drain. It's actually the main jet that holds the float bowl on. That gold thing right there. There's a little fiber. I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a little red fiber washer between that gold thing and the carburetor bowl. When I took it apart, it destroyed the old one. So I just went and put it back together. And then also the O-ring between the bowl and the body was bad. I'm sure that's why it's leaking. But for $25 I get all that new stuff. Just give the thing a whole new tune-up, and then yeah. Last time I had it running, I did get my my meter out and poke it in the outlets, and it was making like 123, 124 volts. I tried testing it with my angle grinder, but it's got my Hitachi angle grinder, but it's got a short in it somewhere, or a loose connection in it somewhere. I don't know if it's in the switch or the power cord or where it's at, but it's intermittent at best, so that was a bad test. But like I say, I stuck the voltmeter in there and it was making voltage. So yeah, I think if I get the carburetor on today, get it running, get the tank cleaned out, carburetor on, see how it runs, give it a test. One thing I'd like to find for it is the wheel kit. Tractor Supply used to sell one that looked almost identical to this Champion brand, and they sold a kit that had the wheels that went on the back and then the handle that bolts in up there. I wouldn't mind trying to find that. I think it had rubber feet to go down here on this end too, just to make it easier to move the thing around. I think I could pick it up and move it if I had to. I'd rather not. But so plan this afternoon is maybe try and get the new carburetor on there and see how that'll work out. I may put, I don't know what I did with it. I may take the fuel filter that I had on the temporary tank and put it in place for now. Just because it's a bigger filter, and I don't know when I get that cleaned out how clean it's going to be, but what kind of crud is going to come out. And that's a filter I can pick up at I think I got that at Tractor Supply. Maybe it was a little big. The first barb was too big, so I just cut that off with my side cuts, and then the tube slid over it. It's sealed up fine, so we'll give that a shot, and then we won't have to mess up the fuel lines doing that. And I may actually even use the old fuel lines for the first little bit. I take this down to the farm and use it to run some gear out in the air compressor and stuff out in the barn lot, whatever. So yeah, that's today's project. So anyway, I'll be back later.